Well, good morning, y'all. It's Lewis with Bremen and Bassin Outdoor Adventures. And today, out here at the Carport Man Cave project, we are going to put a doorknob in this door and a hinge on it, and hopefully we can get it functioning properly. You know, I've said probably on here before, I'm no professional at this stuff. I don't even know what I'm even doing really. I just do it as I go and figure it out, think about it, figure it out, and usually it takes me a go far distance around to get to the point I needed to be in the first place. But it's my project, and I'm just doing it to have a place to do my video editing and just my own escape place from the house and the rat race of life and all that. But anyway, what I started to say is we're going to put the doorknobs on here. Let me show you what I got here if I can figure out what I've done with it. It's right here in front of me. Here's the doorknob that I bought. It's Quickset brand. Just a basic doorknob and your Deadbolt that I'm going to put on there. And most everything that I've done on here, the only thing that I have actually bought brand new, I guess, on here is that doorknob and the 2x4s that I put on the walls, the studs, floor joists. I bought all that stuff brand new. But most of it, like this plywood down here on the floor, that was pieces of plywood that we get for free where I work. We order pallets from this recycle company, and they put these plywood pieces in between the pallets a lot of times just to get them out of their way because they don't want them. They're 3/4 inch plywood. They're sturdy. They're good, and so I brought them home. I mean, they're throwaways anyway, so I brought them home, used them on this floor, saved me a ton of money. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube and of people doing projects like this and home makeovers and such, but I'd say just like building projects, and they use brand new stuff, the high dollar type stuff, and sure they're getting they're probably got the money because they're big time on here making plenty of money to be able to do that and do it correctly. But most of us in general, most people, regular working class people, they don't have the money to go buy everything they need without going and getting a loan and all this. So I'm doing it the cheapest way I can because I figure that's the way most everybody does. Now, these doors over here, let me pick you up and move you over here. These doors right here, they were shipped to us at work by accident. We got a return box back, and it was actually strapped down to these on a pallet for some reason. 3 doors here and a frame that were rejects. And anyway, I contacted the people that sent it to us and asked them what to do with it. And we've had them there for a month or two for them to figure out what they want to do. And they finally said, just field scrap them and throw them out. So I did. I threw them right into my shed right here. And I'm going to apply them. I'm going to apply them to my shed in some form or fashion. At least one of them. I'm going to put a back wall back here going out onto, I'm going to have a covered porch area, sitting area, and I'm going to have a door going out. So those are interior doors, which will work fine there because it's not going to be exposed to the elements outside. This front door that I'm working on today, I looked on Marketplace on Facebook, and a guy had it for sale for $50. I offered him $30 and he took it, so I went and got that. So it's a good door, good enough for this, and I can always paint it whatever color I want. It's a metal door, it's in good shape, and got it for $30. You go buy one in town, probably $250 or more for it. So I'm saving pennies. I'm a penny pincher, and I save money every way I can, because to me it's not worth putting that much money into it. I could always just sit in the house and do my editing like I have been, but I wanted my own space, and I want to do it where I'm not in debt for it. All right, y'all, so here we go. We're going to start getting this together. I'm gonna pause y'all, and I'm gonna put it on my chest harness, and we're gonna get this door put up, I hope. All right, y'all, hang tight, here we go. Okay, so here's what we got. This is the hinge I'm using. I took it off of one of those doors over there. So see, I didn't even have to go buy a hinge. And that's how cheap I am. But anyway, we're gonna put it right here on this door, just like this. Let me get y'all tilted up here a little bit. We're gonna put it on this door, and we're gonna see if we can make it work. And there's a chicken in here again. Go away. All right. I said go away. They're like dogs. They don't listen to you. All right, here we go. Let's get this hinge put on here and quit fighting these chickens. So. Well, she's bound determined to get in this shed and do something in here. I don't know what she wanting to do. Ain't nothing in there for her to eat. And everyone's sneaking up on the other side of me over here. The door keeps swinging on me. I'm gonna have to block it up where it won't move. Get me something to put in front of it here and grab these wrenches right here. All right, now you sit still, door. All right, now then, let's finish putting this hinge on there. Get it straight here. That's pretty straight, looks like. Well, the screw's not wanting to go in there, right? There we go. Now, to get that up there where I want it, let's get that. We'll put this on this other side now. Put that on that other side. Get me at least one screw in there, and then I'll go find me some more screws. They give you these little bitty screws. They give you these little bitty screws on them hinges, and I just don't trust them that much. I mean, they'll work. They will work, but they're not that strong. They're not long enough for mine. I want mine long enough to hold that thing in there. But we're going to use them for now anyway. We're going to use at least two of them. I had one of my own there, longer wood screw. All right, let's see what we got here. That door shuts just fine. Look at that. It's still rubbing up here on the top edge. But we can adjust that out here in a little while. Right there. It's a shutting. It's working. All right. Right up here is where it's rubbing, but we can adjust that. We can adjust that somehow or another. But I need to figure out where I need to put my hole, because my hole is about just a little bit, like right in here. It's like right in here is where I need my hole at, and it's about a ½ inch too low. So I'm just going to cut this hole out bigger, which will work just fine. And it'll be the same way for that one down at the bottom down there. So let's get started doing that then. Somehow. Probably just take a screwdriver and just chisel it out. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just drilling this out a little bit right here, making this hole a little bit bigger. I've got it just about right. I might need to take, I think it's just going to work just fine. Take a little bit out right here. Yeah. I think that'll work. I think that'll work just fine right there. Anyway, we're going to try it and see what it does. And then, so let's see if we can get our doorknob and stuff put on here. See if we can get it put on. Get out the old handy dandy knife. Here, we'll get this cut open. See what we got. Alright, so we got the sleeve. We got a sleeve there. Some screws. Got your little plate that goes on there. And there's the instructions. Here's the other plate. Now this plate here will go. It may not be able to bolt on there though because it ain't got no hole there. I may have to fix something here. But anyway, it goes on. We can put it on here though. May not have one on that side, which would be fine. It'll be fine, but it goes on this hole right here. It goes right there. All right, this one will mount down here, but this hole is going to have to be higher too. It's going to have to be higher up as well. And I won't be able to screw it at the bottom unless I put a block of wood behind there, which I could do that too. I could put a little block in there on this down here and screw it into that 2x4 on the other side. We could do that, but I don't think I'll have to. So anyway, we're going to get the doorknob and stuff put on there first. Then we'll go to our other problems. So here you got that right there is for the doorknob. This will go in here, right in that hole right there. And this piece here, this piece is for the deadbolt. And it'll go in that hole right there, hopefully. It may go in there. I'll have to get it in there one way or another. All right, let's lay that down. Get the deadbolt out of there. There's part of it. I have to dig it and cut that out a little bit more. Boy, they don't want you getting into this stuff, that's for sure. They're like, no. We put that in that package, we don't want it coming out. There we go. Get violent with it. Alright, so there's my deadbolt. Right here. Alright. So, this will go in that hole right there. Once I get that put in the door. Got it in there. That should get that raised up to where I needed it. Now I'm going to put me a good screw in there. This time. That's got a good screw in the bottom. Let's put one back in the top. Alright, now let's put that back in there and see how it fits. Get that back in there. Slide that back through your, whoops, got it on the wrong side.
back through the hole right there. Now it looks like it's working right. Well, what is that? Let me see. Oh, okay. I got it. There we go. That's on there pretty good. Now I'll get my screws that go through that. Should be these two long ones. Now this is always the fun part for me, is trying to get these holes lined up. Get that through there, and that through there. Then we gotta get it lined up with that hole. There we go. Get it started right there. Let's get the other one in there. I'll get my screwdriver. All right. Now, okay, so we got that one started. Now let's get this one started. Alright. What did I do? Did I not put that in the thing? Or have I done broke it? Alright, let's back it back out. I don't have it on the... Alright. There we go. Now we got it. Let's screw them in there. I think I got it now. I think I got it. Yep, we got it. Alright, so we got that there. Okay, but it's got a little bit of a gap right there at the top of that. And this was rubbing just a little bit right here. So let's take and chisel that out just a little bit with a knife. Alright, so we got that. We got that working good. That is working good. You see it right there, coming right through there. It's a little tight, but that's kind of the way I like it. Maybe cut a little bit off the front edge right here. I think that's where it's rubbing it. It's gonna work just fine right there, I think. Yeah, we got it working good now. So now we got to try to figure out how to get the doorknob working. Right here is where the doorknob's got to be. So we got to cut that hole out right there. Right there. So let's use a screwdriver. Take that out. It's got to be just a little bit higher up. All right, I'll take my knife down, shape it up a little bit. All right, so that's pretty well got that. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. I gotta figure out how to put this on though now. Because this will go up here and I won't have it. I can put a long screw in it. Put me a block of wood or something behind it. So this right here will work. Find my screwdriver. There's my screwdriver. Oh, it's getting a little cool out here. So down here, I'm gonna need a long screw to put in there, which I've got plenty of them. There's one right there. Matter of fact, that'll hold it in place right there. Now let's get our doorknob put in. Put that in. We gotta adjust it again. It should. There we go. If you want to know how to do this, you see some of these doors the hole is closer than others. And this right here is how you adjust that. You got this little old mechanism right here. You just raise that up and slide it in to the next spot. Just slide it over. So it was too short, so all I had to do is just move that up and move it over. And there we go. It'll be long enough now, and the doorknob should fit just fine. To get this knob, you can see how it's shaped here. And you got the hole in there shaped the same way. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, you push in your latch, and that'll slide right through there, just like so. And you put these here through those holes in that, and then your doorknob, you got this little piece in here. You can see how it's oblong shaped, and you got this hole in the end of it here that's oblong shaped, so that's got to go straight up and down. So we get it in there. We got to get it. That's actually your lock. So we'll get that straight up and down, and we'll slide it in that hole right there. That locks it. Then we'll get our screws here. That should go in there and line up with those other holes, which is not going to be easy to line them up. It's always a problem. Yeah, it's working. That one is working. Somewhat. Let's get this other side. Alright, so there's the knob working right now. It's working like it's supposed to now. And there's the lock working. Alright, now let's put our screws back in there. Put our screws back in this little guard. And we fixing to see if the door work. Oop, let's go forward. There we go. There's that one. There we go. Door is latched. Door is locked. All right. Door opens. Door closes. Door locks.